everyone. Today we will see how to print a diamond shape by using Java program. So the diamond pattern is something which looks like a diamond shape with some asterisk and some spaces included at the beginning. Now let's see the logic behind it. So here we are going to use two nested for loops. So this is one nested for loop and this is another nested for loop. And there is an outer loop for each one of them. So the outer loop is the one which we will be looking after the rows of the diamond, and the first inner loop is going to look after the spaces to be printed at the beginning, and the second innermost loop is going to take care of printing the asterisk. So the same approach is being used in the second part of the lower half. I mean, whenever we print the lower half of the diamond, we can use the same set of for loop but in a reverse order. So let's start with, let's say we have taken a value that is 4. Okay, so the n value is starting with 4. The n value is 4 here. Okay. Now when we get into this particular method, this outer for loop is going to start, and for which the I value is going to be 1. So when the I value is 1 here, I am looking after the first row. So in first time when the I value is 1, the inner loop which is responsible for printing space, because we need 3 spaces to start with. So we can see we started with j value 1, j less than equal to n minus I. What is I value? 1, n value is 4. So 4 minus 1, this is 3 for the time being. So j begins with 1, goes up to 3. So we are going to get 3 spaces at the beginning. So after this loop is going to end, and the next second inner loop is going to begin, which will start with k value 1 and k less than equal to 2 into I minus 1. What is the I value presently? It is 1. So 2 into 1, 2 minus 1, that is 1. So this k loop is going to execute only once for the k value 1, which means it is going to print how many asterisks? 1 asterisk. So by the end of this second inner loop, we could print 1 asterisk. So we can say as of now, with the first inner loop, we could print 3 spaces, and with the second inner loop, we could print only 1 asterisk like this. So this is a space, this is a space, this is a space, and then we got some asterisk. We are not worried about the remaining spaces after asterisk. And once this first asterisk is printed, the next set of lines has to be printed in a new row. And for that reason, this is the line which is going to print, it's going to place the cursor in the new line. For the second iteration, this I value is going to be for 2. So when the I value is 2, now this inner loop, or the first inner loop, is going to start from j value that is 1 and goes up to n minus I, that is 2. So j loop is going to execute 2 times, as a result of which we are going to get 2 spaces to start with. And when we get into the second inner loop, which is going to start like 2 into 2, that is 4, 4 minus 1, 3. So k begins with 1 and goes up to 1, 2, 3, which means I am going to get 3 asterisks. So by the end of this 2 innermost loop, we could print 2 spaces followed by 3 asterisks. And once again, as I said, we are not worried about the remaining spaces. Now once again, this println is going to place the cursor to the new line, and then your third iteration begins. And in the third iteration, the I value is now 3, because I has started with 1, then 2, then I plus plus makes it 3. Now when I value is 3, this looks like j starts with 1, n minus I means 4 minus 3, that is 1. So 1 up to 1 means only once I'm going to get the space. Then when it comes to the second innermost loop, we have k begins with 1, as I value is 3 now. 2 into 3, 6 minus 1, 5, which means 1 to 5. So k value will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, means 5 times we are going to get asterisk printed. So as a result, we can see there is 1 space because of this j loop, and because of the k loop, I could get 5 asterisks printed in the same row. And immediately after this innermost row, the loop is over, we are just going to print the new line character so that I can reach the next row. Then for the final iteration here, because I value now becoming 4. So when I value is 4, this condition 4 minus 4 becomes 0. So because j begins with 1, j less than equal to 0, this condition is never going to be satisfied. As a result, this innermost loop is not going to work at all. Means I am not going to get any spaces for this iteration. But when it comes to the second inner loop where k begins with 1, because I value is 4 now, 2 into 4, 8 minus 1, 7, means starting from 1 up to 7, that is 1 to 7, we are going to get 7 spaces. So in the fourth row, I'll be getting no spaces followed by 7 spaces. See, there is no space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces are printed. So by this, we could get the first half of or the upper part of the entire diamond. Because now when I becomes 4, I becomes 5. So 5 less than equal to 4, this outer loop ends. As a result, this entire outer loop is going to end. So by the end of this first outer loop that we have had in here, we could get the top layer of our diamond. So by the end of this first set of loop, the outer loop along with this innermost loops, we could get the first 4 rows of our diamond. Now let us get into the second set of outer and followed by the innermost loop. This will be giving us the lower part of the diamond. Now when we start with the row number 5, so where we begin with I value, so that is n minus 1, because n is 4 here, so it starts with n minus 1, that is 3, and we goes up to 1, means I value will be, first it will be 3, then it will be 2, and finally it will be 1. So when first value I value is 3, when I start with this inner loop j, which is responsible for printing space, so j has begun with 1 and j less than equal to n minus I. N is 4, so I is 3. 4 minus 3 means 1. So 1 up to 1 means only one space I'm going to get because of this inner loop. Now when I move on to the next inner loop, second inner loop, where k begins with 1 and k is less than 2 into I minus 1. What is I here? 3. So 2 into 3, 6 minus 1, that is 5. Means k loop is going to execute 5 times. As a result of which, we are going to get one space because of this j loop, and we are going to get remaining 5 asterisks because of the k loop. So moving on to the next value of I, which is I minus minus, means the value of I has become now 2. So when I value is 2, now when my row number 6 is to be filled, where our j value will starts with 1, goes up to n minus I, 4 minus 2, that is 2. I mean j's loop is going to work 2 times. As a result, I am going to get 2 spaces. 2 spaces here. And coming to this inner loop, which is going to find out k less than equal to 2 into I minus 1. What is I now? 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, 3. So my k loop is going to execute 3 times. As a result, we are going to get asterisk. So by the end of these 2 loops, once again this println, like we have used earlier to get into the new row, the same we have used again so that we can reach the next row. So now by the end of 6th row, I can see there are 2 spaces followed by 3 asterisks. Now for the last time when the I value becomes 1 for the row number 7, so your j value will start with 1, j less than equal to n minus I. What is n? 4. 4 minus 1 means 3. So there will be 3 spaces. There will be 3 spaces. Now when it comes to the second inner loop, k begins with 1, k less than equal to 2 into I minus 1. So I is your 1 now. So 2 into 1, 2, 2 minus 1, this is 1. 1 to 1 means I'll be getting only 1 asterisk printed. So because of this, I'll get 1 asterisk, and because of this j loop, I'm going to get 3 asterisks. So 3 spaces, sorry. So these 3 spaces we have and got 1 asterisk. And that's where this loop is also going to end. So by the end of this entire set of loops, we could get a shape of a diamond like this. Thank you.